everyone, it's Budget with Mama Bear. Thanks for stopping by my channel. Today is Focus Friday. How's everybody doing? If you're in the States, did you have a good 4th of July yesterday? We had fun. I was productive yesterday because we didn't do anything till at night, but during the day I was very productive. I will talk about that in a minute. But at night, the fun activity, we went to our local park and they have the best fireworks display. It was so fun. I will insert a little fireworks for you right here. So wasn't that fun? We sit like right where they let them off. It's always really exciting there. So you feel like you're in your own like fireworks show. Like it was just for you. So much fun. It was just the hubby and I, but we made the best of it. And yeah, it was, I'm so thankful we have that to go to. Because we can light off fireworks, but I don't like to do that near my house because it's pretty dry up here. And, I have this thing about fire. Don't want it. Okay, so let's get into today. All right, I've got my regular budget notebook with me. I've got just a spiral paper notebook, and I've got my Sharpie fine line no bleed marker. Love these, by the way. And we're gonna first talk about what your homework was last week. So let me get that sheet out. This was the sheet that we filled out last week, and it was focused on organization, okay? And you had to pick one big project to organize and reflect on your 3 steps. So how was that? How was your homework? Did any of you do it? Homework is always optional on this channel. But, I just try to give you some guides along the way if you want to come along with me as I do my homework. So my big project that I did, because remember, this was my original big project, was to get my budget binder all set. Okay. I took on a huge project and it started yesterday, and this is what I was going to talk about. So I decided that with my son moving home soon, and that's my cheat sheet for later. My son moving home soon, and my animals making noises, like you hear him in the back. He likes to be on this channel, and that's his way of doing it. He makes his noises. I needed to make a change on where I do my filming. So I talked to the hubby, talked to my son that doesn't live here anymore, and I am going to be changing my oldest son's room into my new studio, Mama Bear Studio, okay? So what I did yesterday, my son was all for it. He's like, Mom, I don't live there. I'm good. Do whatever you want. It's not my room anymore. Kind of hard, to be honest with you. The mama heart got a little weepy, but reality, okay? So, and then my other son was like, yes, Mom, you need to do that. Okay, so, and then the hubby was all on board. Like, we're just using it as a storage room right now. No one ever comes in. When they come to visit, they sleep downstairs in our guest room. We really don't use it for anything. Like, there's a little bed in there and nobody ever uses it. So I decided that I'm going to take everything out yesterday. So I did that. I'm going to show you a before. I did kind of take some of the stuff off the desk. So it isn't a true before, but you wouldn't want to see that anyways, because it was a hot mess in there. Okay, so here's the before. And then we had to take the door off to get that big desk out. So that was a desk my hubby made for my son many, many years ago. And he doesn't want it. He's like, no. Apartment living, you can't have big furniture like that. So we took the door off, got the desk out, got everything out. I wanted to deep clean the carpets because they really needed it for lots of reasons. Animals. I left the books in there, and if you see the books in there, those are my son was a hardcore nonfiction reader, starting from day one. I had to force him when he was in first grade to pick out fiction books, like really. He wanted to read everything about World War One, World War Two, the Titanic. He was into that for a while. Like nonfiction was his thing. So when his papa passed away, he had a lot of cool war books, things like that. So he was able to get some of those, and they're all stacked in there. And I do need to take those out. I'm going to box them up, probably put them in his closet because I don't like to put paper stuff out in the garage. So that still needs to be cleaned out. And we're going to start from scratch. So I'm painting the walls. It is a very dark gray, which makes filming hard because it makes it dark in there. It's a smaller room. So I will be painting the walls. I will be reorganizing things, adding some pieces, things like that. But it's going to eventually turn into my studio. So that is my big project that I'm doing to organize. If you could see my loft right now, it's a hot mess because I have everything out of that room sitting in the loft. And partially in my other son's bedroom. And so yeah, we need to get going on that. So that is my big project. So what is your big project? Did you pick one? Are you working on something? And then I did do my reflection in my notebook. Again, that's personal. Reflect on your steps. Be real. Don't worry about having to show the world. Don't worry about telling me. Just reflect and really think through it. Be honest with yourself. And sometimes knowing that you're not held accountable for someone reading it, like it helps you open up. So go ahead and make sure you do that if you haven't. All right, so this week, we're gonna kind of extend the organization to getting that budget organized, okay? And so there are several different types of budgeters out there. And if I miss you or if you don't fit into this category, I'm sorry, but this is what I'm thinking. So there are those that are the novice, like you just started in on this, like what is this whole budgeting thing? That would be my youngest son. We're going to actually start working with that when he moves home. Yay! So those are like the novice, and you're introducing yourself to it. Okay, you haven't really started yet, or you're sort of just watching a bunch of videos, reading about it, things like that. Then there are like the intermediate budgeters. So you've been budgeting for several months now. You've kind of got a handle on it. You're rearranging things every month. You're kind of trying to find your groove, right? And then there's the advanced budgeters where you've been doing this for a while, could be years, and you've got a system down that's working. But remember, there is never like a finality to a budget. Budgets change and grow, and they adjust, sometimes faster than you know it. So it's kind of an ever-evolving cycle. And those of you who've been budgeting for a couple years understand that. Like, we are always looking at our budgets, and when things happen in our life, it can affect our budget, and we have to tweak it, and we have to do that. We have to do check-ins every so often. Sometimes when you get into a routine, that's where mistakes can happen and bad habits if we're not doing our check-ins. So what I want to go through with you today is, doesn't matter what level you're at, all of you can do this, okay? Let me move my notebooks aside because we'll need those in a minute. And I'm going to show you what we're going to be doing. So for those of you who don't know, and those of you who do know, it's important to track everything you spend when you're thinking about creating a budget. And that means everything. All right? So any bills, anything, like everything you make, every penny that you spend gets written down. And that's hard. That's hard to do because you got to remember. So you want to keep your paper with you. Don't tuck it away somewhere and then go, oh, I'll do it at the end of the week. You'll forget. Trust me, I know. It took me a long time when I first started to really do this for real. So no matter if you've been doing this a while, let's do a refresh real quick. Let's just do a check-in. Let's make sure we're really tracking everything we're spending our money on and that we're budgeting properly for those expenses. Okay, so let's say you've been putting in $500 a month for groceries, but in reality, you're spending $800. Well, then why are we budgeting $500? It makes no sense, right? Or maybe it's the other way around. You've been budgeting $800 and you're only spending $500. So why are we budgeting $800? You can put that money somewhere else or into savings, even better. Okay, so everybody's going to write down their expenses for 1 month, 30 days. Okay, and you can start it now. You can start it next month. You can start it whatever you want. You can go back, look. I probably should have given this to you last week, but that's okay. It's only the 5th. You can do this week. You can say, as of the 1st, this is what I've spent so far this week. You can start this today, okay? So, everything. So, how I have this set up, let me show you. Okay, I'm going to zoom in so you can see these topics. Is what is the expense? Well, first of all, what month is it? What is the expense? Is it a bill, a need, or a want? So if I write mortgage here, that is a bill. It's something I have to pay every month. What the amount was, exactly to the penny. Okay, don't round on these ones. And then we're going to talk about categories in just a minute. So eventually you're going to write your category here. So as you go through, so let's say you had to go put gas in your car. So we put gas, that was a need. It's not a bill, it's a need. You need that for your car to go to work and all that fun stuff. What was the amount and the category? Okay. Now let's say you noticed that a certain person like Kelva Plan had a new planner that was for work and it was themed towards work and you've been looking for that and you really want one really bad because it's something you've always wanted. Okay. And you went online and you bought it. Can you tell who did that? This girl right here. Oh, okay. 9 a.m. I got it. So I did have a spend day today. So I would write it what it is. Okay. It wasn't a planner, but it was like stuff that goes in your planner that's work related. It was a want. It was not a need. It was not a bill. I didn't have to have it. The amount and then the category. All right, so we're going to do that every day. So you're going to need several of these sheets. So I'm going to print out a bunch of these, okay? Now, do you have to do a sheet like this? No, absolutely not. You can just get your notebook that you've made, whether it's something like this, or maybe you made one of these, okay? And you can just write it down. You don't need a spreadsheet like this. But if you want one, I'm giving it to you. So it is down in my description box for you to have this month because I really want you to do this. So it is in Mama's freebies for the month of July. Okay. So if you want it, get it this month. You can download it. You can print off as many as you want. If you have a big binder, all you have to do is hole punch it, pop it in. If you have the disc bound classic size, I cut it to fit. And you can measure your sizes and do that. So you can cut it down. It's easy to do, but this will fit in your classic size, the way that it prints out. Okay. After you cut it down. All right. Enough of that. So that is your homework. If you so want to do it, is to track your expenses. This is a month-long homework assignment. So it's a project and just track everything because when we get to that end of the month, we are going to take all those expenses and we are going to decide how much of our income or inflow is going towards bills, needs, and wants. And are we budgeting enough for that? Are we budgeting too much for that? Or let's set up a budget because I've never done one before. So we will do that based on this, but you have to have this. So if you already are budgeting, use your budget for this month, okay? This is going to set us up for August. So go ahead and get started on this. I promise at the end of the month, we will revisit this and we will see where we're at. I will show you how to take this and create that into a budget for the month of August based on what you did in July and what your goals are going to be for August. Because maybe you realize that, wow, I have a lot of wants that I spend my money on. I would prefer to pay that bill of a loan down a little bit more instead of always getting everything I want, right? Got it? Does that make sense? Okay, now categories. I want you to be careful about how many categories you put everything in. So at one point I had like 20 something categories. I had all my markers colored, blah, 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 blah. That was way too much for me. I couldn't make sense of it. It was like a rainbow of so much. So I want you to come up with like 5 to 10 at the max categories that everything that you buy can go into, or spend your money on, I said, could go into. All right. So 5 to 10 categories. Keep it small, because that's going to help when you look at your percentages later. All right. I'm talking a lot, but this is information. This is our focus. Okay. And then what you're going to do is you're going to get 5 to 10 colors, right? And you're going to, so, you know, you can get your whatever color you want. And each category is going to have its own color. And you're not going to do the whole line, because I think that looks kind of overwhelming. But as you do the category, you would highlight it that color, okay? And you can wait till you finish the sheet and then go back and go, okay, let's look at this sheet. Pink, pink, purple, blue, yellow, green, you know, that kind of thing. And then when we come to the end of the month, you're going to look at those colors and go, okay, out of those greens, how much it's going to help you find those later when we're looking at the month in a whole, okay? Colors are going to help you find it easier. Do you have to do it that way? No, it's just a suggestion. There's a lot of people that use colors to mark their expenses. This is not my idea, but I like to keep it, I want to keep it down and keep it small. Don't do 20 something categories, okay? That's just my suggestion. Of course, you can do whatever you want. You definitely can do whatever you want. All right. Okay, now that we've done this, and again, you can have that in the description this month. What are we writing in our notebook? So make sure you're writing your homework down. Make sure you're tracking, keeping everything organized. Okay. You can reflect on anything you want. You can reflect all you want. You can reflect how your day went, how your week went with your spending. Reflection is always good. So that is ongoing homework as well. All right. You can use this kind of notebook. You can use this kind of notebook. Okay. Now, I'm a little bit behind on writing these in, but I did want to highlight something that Donna Powered by Creativity is doing, because it is really helping me with my focus and being positive. So Donna has these positive affirmations that she's doing one a day, and I called it Donna's Positive Daily Affirmations, and I'm writing them down. And they're pretty cool. So I suggest you head over to her and follow those and write it down. Like I said, pen to paper really sticks with me. Okay, so I'm doing those this month. This is our schedule this month. All right, this is our schedule. And we are on Focus Friday. So tomorrow's a day off, and then we have Sweet Sunday Savings, Mama's Mini, Saving with Friends, Christmas Long Term, Game Day. Okay. All right. There's a lot. I know. I'm going to get it in. All right. Today, and then I just want you to see that I did do my spread for my July. All right. I put my bills in. I put my weekly in. And what I'm doing for my weekly, I'll just show you, no big deal, is I have my YouTube schedule, my Etsy schedule, and my planning. Okay, and look at Kelva Plan launch, 9 a.m. I knew I was going to go there. So that's how I set up my 3 weeks, and I still have to do next week. So I'll probably work on that tomorrow on my day off. All right. Okay, so that is it for that. That is it for Focus Friday on the information, okay? Now, let's move into seeing how our week went. Okay, let's go ahead and do our cash stuffing into our wallet and see how we've done. We did carry over some money, but I don't think I needed to do it. So we have some extra in here that we're going to take out today. So first of all, let me tell you how much we're going to be stuffing today. We have 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 200, 10, 20, 35, 36, 7, 8, 9, and 40. Right? Yeah. I got a little sidetracked. My mind just starts going, and I'm like, wait, what was I saying? You ever had that problem? Okay. All right. So if you notice, this video is going up a little bit later today because I'm taking care of Mom today. I don't have her caregiver, and I had to take care of all that before I could film. So we are going to get it in today, though. So you will see this probably later on Friday. All right. Let's see how we did. First thing I need to do, my change is a little chunky back here. So let's get our change jar and let's empty our change. There we go. I literally just like to pour it in. Why not? Makes a good sound, you know, ching, ching. Still got something in here. Oh, come on. Okay. There we go. And even if we don't fill it by the end of the year, because I don't get a lot of change like I did last year, and I used a bigger jar, which is kind of funny, we'll empty it at the end of the year if it's not full. All right, let's open our wallet and see how this week went. So, groceries. Groceries had 0, nothing in there. All right, Mama's Cash had 20, 40, 65. Now, I'm going to take this out, but Mama's Cash is going to have to go towards Mama's spending I did today. And that will go back into the bank. So I can't put this towards savings challenges. I need to pay for what I bought today. All right. That is going to the side because I can't count that. All right, fun money, 40. We didn't end up doing anything. I thought we were going to go out to dinner or do something fun. No, my son was pretty busy with his friends because they found out he was in town. And so it's okay. We'll save this money now. And then buffer, let's see what we got. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Didn't use that. And I had 2 left over from the week before. So we have all of that. And then I do want to show you that in other, I have 1 B-Buck. That other money I have to put to the bank, I think. Or that was for household. I don't remember. I have to go back and think about that. So I did find a B-Buck, and so I tucked it in the back so I wouldn't spend it. So that is going to go towards my B-Bucks. I'll stick that in here until we track it on Sunday. We'll do it then. Okay, let's see, minus the Mama's Cash, how much we get to save with this. So 20, 45, 46, 7, 8, 9, wait, 50. Woo! Okay, let me do that again. 20, 45, 46, 7, 8, 9, 51, and 2. $52. Nice. All right, I'm going to grab my savings challenge that I told you we're going to use this money for. These are from Two Sister Bees and A Little of It All. So on this one, we're going to start with the 20s. All right, this is from Two Sister Bees, and it's 20 is plenty. And we have 2 actual 20s going in here, so I'm really stoked about that. So we're going to go ahead and do, let's see. This is, we'll do this 20 because it says if you actually get a 20. And then we'll do the 2 10s. We'll color in that one. All right. Nice. All right, so there we go. Tuck you in. And we started that one. Okay, and then the next ones are the dollar. These are from A Little of It All. Need my pink. All right, and how many dollars do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, $7. So that we'll put in there, but let's color in 7 of the $1. All right, I colored them in. We only need 3 more to finish this challenge for the first time. So we'll stick all of this in here. Of course, that one's gonna be the one that finishes, and we do probably the most. So those are laminated, so I can erase it and then do it again. All right, we got 1 5, so we'll go ahead and put the 5 in here. Nice. And this is just all my rollover money. It's too bad I spent that other. I could have done a lot in the 20s. Oh well, I'm being good, I'm being good. And then I do have an envelope for 10s, but we haven't had any 10s yet. All right, we'll zip that up. Put that away. All right, now let's go ahead and stuff our what is this? Our wallet for the week. All right, so groceries is gonna get 150. So we've got 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. All right, we've got smaller bills because I consolidated this week, so it's okay. Money's money. All right, Mama's cash is getting 20, and hubby is getting 20. So I'll pop that in here. Fun money is still getting its 40. And then buffer is getting the 5 and 5 1s. I'll put that in here. And then what I'm going to do after we get off here is I'm going to update my trackers, because I like to do that in here just so I can kind of keep track of things. Does that make sense? All right. So the wallet is good to go. I will get this to the hubby for the week. All right. I am going to be filming another video that is going to go up today or tomorrow, depending on my timing. I couldn't make the decision based on you guys because only 2 people told me anything. One person said do it Friday, and the other person said do it Saturday. So we'll see. But there will be a video up today or tomorrow on my sinking funds. So it's all the money I saved in June that went towards my sinking funds in July. I have all that money ready to go, and so I will do a video for that. So make sure you take a look for it. Again, if you want the monthly expenses sheet, it's going to be in my freebies for the month of July. Several of you have reached out to me about my other sheets. They are not perfected yet, so that's why I haven't put them out there. My goal is to actually have a bunch of budget sheets in like a budget section for digital downloads for y'all in my Etsy shop. So that is a goal of mine, to get those in there, but I'm not there yet, because I like, if I'm going to give it to you, I want it to be perfect. For me, I don't care. So this one's pretty good, so that's why I'm giving it to you. And yeah, I hope y'all have a blessed day. I hope you had a fun day yesterday, and let's end with some more fireworks. I double love ya.